Okay, before we get into the full raw diet that I like to feed, let's clarify a point here. There are two schools of thought when feeding raw. One school of thought says feed no vegetables at all. Dogs eat raw whole animals and that's all they eat. I don't subscribe to that school of thought. I've seen dogs nibble on grasses, eat little berries here and there. They eat the entrails of their victims that they eat, that they kill. They eat their entrails, and what they kill and eat are plant-eating animals, so they're obviously eating some parts of plants then and getting some type of vitamins and nutrients from that, albeit small. It's still a part of their diet. So this is how I personally approach this issue, is with a big plate of vegetables. Now, this big plate of vegetables obviously is not for one dog, and it's not even exclusively for my dogs at all. What I've done is, with my girlfriend, we've made a lifestyle switch. Rather than cooking vegetables and having them on our plate when we eat, what we do is we juice. Just go to Walmart, buy a $50 big mouth juicer, and then I take a big plate of really good vegetables. You don't have to use all of this stuff, but this is what I use. I have a little cauliflower, I have a little broccoli, a few radishes, a lot of celery. You can see it under here, a lot of carrots, and oops, there's one of them. But there's also Brussels sprouts here, and I have a couple of cloves of garlic, jalapeno pepper, and in this case I'm really splurging. I got some asparagus, and I've got 2 tomatoes. Okay, this here, what happens here, obviously in the juicer, so I'm going to put all this stuff in the juicer, and I collect it here. This is nothing but pure vitamin-enriched goodness for me and my girlfriend to enjoy, and then the rest of it is garbage. Well, here's where the dogs come in. Rather than just throw away this garbage, I get to use my vegetables twice. So if you're trying to pinch pennies and yet feed your dogs optimally, this is the way I do it. You might find a different way, but I use what vegetables I buy twice. I forgot to add Mr. Cucumber here. So I'm going to put all this stuff through here, make a wonderful full day's worth of vegetable juice to sit morning, noon, and night for my girlfriend and I. And all of this garbage is pulp that I add to the dog's diet. Since dogs don't really digest plant matter very easily, it's already kind of pre-digested for them. It's ground up in little bitty bits. And unlike kibble, which they may throw all these vegetables in there and they burn the bejesus out of it into little pellets. Well, we're not burning anything, it's raw. But we are creating a situation, yeah, we got a lot of the nutritious juice for ourselves, which is fine, that's the way I want it. But believe me, there's still plenty moist juice and nutrients in the pulp that is left behind. So it's pretty easy to do, and let me move this out of the way. Get this a little more front and center. I just set this thing like this and then process the whole bit. It's very easy. Most of you probably have seen a juicer before, but those of you who have not, I don't know, they're about $50, but they're actually great, and you make a lot of great tasting stuff for yourself. You can do, I also do apples, oranges, bananas, ginger root, and cranberries. Mix all that up in the morning, and I'll add that. I'll give the dogs a dessert, a little sweet treat. But those are some fruits, and cranberries are really good for the kidneys too. But here we go. Let me see. I'll start with something big. We'll do the celery. I normally, inside the celery is where I put my garlic and my jalapeno peppers, because sometimes if you just put the straight garlic, small things in here, it whisks them through too quick without processing them. So if you stick a few things of celery in there, it kind of keeps everything stable so that it doesn't get whisked